Hello and welcome to episode 21 of the Late Night Gaming Show. I'm joined to the left of me by Jodie Foot. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I am extremely hot.
Yes, it is very warm.
It's very warm. We are going to make this episode, we are aiming for half an hour. If we can do this in 30 minutes, we'll be very proud.
We will.
We've been on a mission to suppress the time so that it's more enjoyable for you. So we'll do that. And also because it's really hot and we can't handle it. So us in the UK, we can't handle temperatures over 20 degrees. So I'm going to point that out there. And the more I talk, the less chance we have of getting to that 30 minutes.
Let's get
so,
into it.
yeah, so it's just some little service announcements. If you've not seen already, we've already started off our E3 shenanigans and we've put up all of our predictions for we have just did a little beep. We've got our predictions for most of the main conferences up there. We've also done episode 20 of the Late Night Gaming Show. It was a special. We put all of our predictions together. We did a big one. We had all three of us on the show for the first time and it's really cool, really exciting. So make sure you check out that video. I've also got some more. We've also got a reaction video to the new Pokemon thing. We had a whole issue with them trying to block us and all sorts because they're just crazy. The Pokemon company in Japan.
YouTube didn't help the situation.
Yeah, but we've disputed it. We will win because we have God on our side, don't we, Jodie?
We do. We do.
So that's all the main stuff. But we are going to rocket through this straight onto Joke of the Week. The quickest joke of the week you've ever seen in your life. Let's do it. Welcome back. It's time for our first section, which is Joke of the Week. This is going to be the quickest quick-fire joke of the week you've ever seen. This is the worst joke I've ever told because I came up with it about 3 seconds ago. Are you ready, Jodie?
Go on.
Are you ready? Okay. What do you call a noble Cooper?
What do you call a noble Cooper?
You know what Cooper is before we start?
No.
Mario.
Oh.
So Bowser and all his little and the little the little turtle things.
Oh,
called
okay. Yeah,
Coopers.
okay.
So what do you call... What did I say? What do you call a fancy Cooper?
I don't know. What do you call a fancy Cooper, Tim?
A Bowser.
No.
Do you get it?
Yeah, I get it.
It's Bowser, the king of the Coopers, but he bows, sir.
Bowser. Okay.
You get it?
Yeah.
So just to sum up, just to sum up, what do you call a fancy Cooper?
Wow.
A Bowser.
Wow.
Interested in laughing?
No.
No. Great. Let's move on to section 2.
What you been playing this week?
Okay, so it's time for a return of a very rare section of the Late Night Gaming Show. It's time for What Have We Been Buying This Week?
Hey!
So, the impossible has happened. I have managed to convert one of the 3 amigos. It is time for Jodie to show what she's been buying this week. What have you been buying this week, Jodie?
So, it's not much, but we went and got a nice Nintendo case.
So, have you got a Switch case for your inevitable event? You can eventually get a Switch. Is that what you're going for? Right.
That's what I'm going for.
Okay.
That's what we're going for. So, we got the... Is this a certain edition?
It's just Mario. It's just Mario. It says that it's the Game Traveler Deluxe travel case.
It's a deluxe version.
That's exciting, that, isn't it?
I know. It's just a shame there's no Switch inside it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so you're just hoping that you'll eventually get a Switch.
We're just hoping that we get there, and I can't open that, so do you want to open that?
Yeah, well...
Because you're like the master
expert.
unboxing.
It does have some stickers on it.
Oh. But it's got nice, what's it called? Packaging.
Did that land in the box?
No, I just missed the box.
Oh, we need some scissors. So, I'll tell you what,
So
I will work on that. But have you got something else to show us, Jodie?
So, I didn't just stop there, Tim. We didn't just stop there.
Right.
We went all...
Oh my gosh, she got a Switch!
We went all the way.
She did it, and it's not just any Switch.
It's the Mario Odyssey one. Now, I'm not a massive fan of Mario, so I was very reluctant to get it.
I did it.
But, well done.
You can open it, so carry on.
Okay. But I was very reluctant. I was like, do you know what? It seems like the coolest one out there at the moment.
Absolutely.
It seems like the best one to get. So we went with this one. And just looking at the box, it looks boss.
It does. That artwork.
Look at that artwork on the back, guys.
beautiful.
It's amazing. But it looks awesome as well.
Do you want to open this case before you started off with it? So I feel like you need
Yeah, let's finish the case off.
Okay.
Everyone at home's like, we hate you right now, Tim. So, in this little bundle, you get a piece of foam.
Oh.
I'm trying to get the other piece. There we go.
You get a thicker piece of foam.
A thicker piece of foam.
And a piece of paper.
Cartridges, holders
Yeah.
for your cartridge.
Nice and secure. Hey, do you want to show them the inside?
A little
Zip pouch.
little pouch.
It's
Just
quite rugged, isn't
put
it?
Stuff in.
That is gonna.
It's very solid. It's gonna last.
That is good, and you got that lovely Mario Odyssey picture on the front.
Yeah. And it just looks boss.
It
With
does.
his little hat and so
There
that's
you go.
that.
But now it's time for the main event.
This is the main event.
This is exciting.
This has been sat for since yesterday, and I've wanted to open. So, as you do,
So here we go.
you get your Switch,
The,
the screen inside. But I tell you what though, Nintendo do very well at like
packaging.
Packaging.
They've stepped it up this gen.
I bet.
They
I
have
bet.
like.
Your little Joy-Con, so because it's the Mario one,
You
you've
got
the
the
red
red.
ones.
Not that horrible neon red, which
Ugh.
makes you feel sick. You've got the.
Yeah. I was going to go for the Splatoon one, and then I changed my mind.
Well, they're really hard to find those ones, but
Yeah, and I looked last
look,
night, they're like 70.
you gotta have matching Joy-Cons.
So we've got the matching Joy-Cons there.
Yeah.
So that's that. What else have we got?
Got
Switch.
a lovely manual.
No one wants that.
Now cover the code. Don't go showing the code. It's on the front.
We're going to have to cover that up.
Yeah. So what's that, Jodie?
A Mario Odyssey
That's the game.
game, downloadable
Downloadable.
content. We'll leave that there. We don't want to be throwing that in the rubbish.
No, we don't. Okay. Next up.
See, it just shows that I don't actually know what's in it. Just shows that I don't pay attention. Oh, it's a dock.
You've got the lovely.
Oh, this is
Plasticky
different
dock.
to yours.
No, it's the same.
With that bit?
Yeah, that's the back.
Oh. There's a dock, guys. Apologies, it just shows that I don't know what's going
That's
on.
okay.
Then let's go to the middle one. We got our controller.
Yeah, Joy-Con
For the Joy-Cons.
holder. Grip is the official
The
term.
grip.
Okay.
And
It's just the box that keeps on giving.
It is. Even like the packaging, like the design on the inside.
I know. I have to show that, but it
so-
actually wraps into the inside of the box,
It
which
looks
looks really cool.
HDMI. Loads of them, but you
Nice.
can't have too many HDMIs, Tim.
You can't.
And then.
Do you remember when they used to be like 20 quid?
Uh-huh.
It's crazy, wasn't it?
It's disgusting. And then your charger.
Got your power leads.
And
And
the
then.
best bit of all, the what is it?
They're the
Oh, they're the straps, aren't they?
yeah.
Oh, there we go. See, I knew something.
The word slipped my mind for a second there.
Yeah, the straps to go on. But the problem is, they're not red.
I know, and I don't think they actually do a block red one. They only do
It's a
the
bit
neon red.
disgusting,
It
that,
is.
really.
But if you look here on the box as well,
Yeah, it's in
so you got the design. You got the lovely. Obviously got that design there, and you got that there. But it actually wraps into the inside. I don't know how well you can see that on the camera there, but it actually wraps onto the inside of the box there. It's just a really nice touch, isn't it?
It is.
Really nice touch.
Can't complain.
So Jodie, the moment has arrived.
It has.
The moment has arrived for you to click on the Joy-Cons for the first time and experience that beautiful click.
Which one's that one?
That's one.
That side.
Yeah, here we go. Now, you've got to do it slowly and savor the moment. Come on. Oh, so good. Round 2.
And now I understand why on the logo they click.
There you go.
Oh, I did it.
I'll do it again. What's happening? Is it not clicking?
It is, it's clicking at the end.
Oh, is it?
It's only a light click. Very light.
I don't
I feel like that's a bit loose, that one.
Yeah, we'll have a look at that in a minute.
But anyway.
Oh, there you go. You didn't push it hard
Push
enough. You're being
I was
too
starting
gentle.
to panic. I was
thinking
thinking we're going to have to send it back.
that was us trying to portray that we're not bothered, but we were all dying inside. So there you go. Are you excited, Joey?
I am excited. So
just to finish off this section, you finally got a Switch now. You finally joined the elite, the true
I don't know about the elite.
gamers. So just to finish this off, just hit that power button and let's hear that little startup music. It's on the back here. It's on top.
That's the power button. That one.
That one. So here we go. That's it. Get it up nice and close. We're ready. This you only get to see this once, so just savor and enjoy it. Oh, that's not.
So you don't get that every time?
You'll never see that ever again.
That's disgusting.
So there you go. Jodie is going to be playing on her Switch forever, but not until we finish recording the late night gaming show. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that, Jodie. It finally happened. You have a Nintendo Switch?
I do.
It's exciting.
I'm so excited.
Tell me what we haven't. I think it's been about 2 weeks. What have you been playing over that time? And then obviously, what have you been playing on your Switch? Because that's what everybody wants to know.
What have I not been playing? That is the question. What have I not been playing? So, we've been playing Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
We've been playing Minecraft. We went back into Minecraft this week.
Nice.
We have been playing God of War.
Oh.
We went and got God of War.
Yes, you did.
And we're like 3/4 of the way through, and I can't get past someone. So I've been there for 2 weeks. But I'm just saying. And then this week, as we've just seen, we got the Nintendo Switch, and I just started playing Mario Odyssey. I'm already in the second world. That's quite impressive.
Technically the third world.
Well, the third world.
Because the hat one counts as well.
Okay, well, that's Third Kingdom, whatever you want to call it. So I'm on the third world already, and I only got the game yesterday.
Yeah.
So we're doing quite well.
And it was funny because she was like, "Oh, I'm not really sure if I like it. I'm not sure if it's my thing." And then she's like, "Yeah, I'm on the third world already." I'm like, "What?" So clearly someone's enjoying it, seeing as you only started last night, really.
Yeah. So we ordered
Splatoon
2 yesterday and Mario Kart 8. So we're looking forward to doing some online gaming as well.
Looking forward to borrowing most of my Switch games too.
That's clearly what's going to happen because I'm going to be like, I'm not paying 50 quid for that.
Great.
So
I'm so excited for you, and I'm so excited that I've managed to break one of the three. Well, one of the two really, because I've already broke myself. But we just need to get Mike to get a Switch now, and all is well.
All will be well.
So it's just really exciting. We're going to be playing some Splatoon 2 online in no time. It's going to be great.
Can't wait.
Cool. So for me, I'm trying to remember what I've played over a long period. I've been on my Switch a lot. I've been I think building up to E3, I've just been getting more and more excited. So I've been playing some Skyrim on the Switch. I've been playing some Splatoon. I've been jumping into Mario Kart a little bit. But yeah, it's mainly been just a bit all over the place on the Switch. Yeah. I can't remember if by the last show I'd finished God of War, but I've been doing a lot of like the after like exploring stuff and trying to get everything, as I really want to platinum that game. But all I can say is like, what an incredible game. I've said it numerous times.
It is a good game. It is a good game.
Just so good. Just so good. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to remember what are the key ones on the Switch. I've been playing. There was announced recently that there's going to be new Mario plus Rabbids DLC, Donkey Kong DLC. So I've been playing through that. I really want to finish that before that comes out.
I hate them rabbits so much.
They're actually quite funny in the game, I promise you. So I've been doing that, and actually in between that time as well, Donkey Kong Country Returns came. So that was like a couple of weeks. It was less than that. I think it's put me quite a while, but I finished that as well, and I was so not ready for that game. Like, I'm so burnt out on side scrollers that like it's a great game. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would because I'm just kind of done with side scrollers for a bit. I need a break. Yeah. I need a break. So that's kind of been it. A lot of Switch goodness, which I'm happy about, and I'm so happy that you got a Switch for E3 because we're gonna have such a good time.
Do you know what though? That we've not talked about Pokemon Quest.
Wow.
We've both been playing a little bit of that.
A little bit of that. We're gonna save that.
Okay.
For in a little
bit. We'll save it for later.
We've got plenty to talk about.
Okay.
When it comes to Pokemon Quest.
Okay.
All right, so that's what we've been playing this week. So we're going to move on to our next section, which is section 3, which is the news.
It's time for some news, yeah. It's time for some news.
Welcome back. It's time for the news. So we have 7 items on here. So bear in mind, this is like 2 weeks worth. So we did all of our predictions, and we kind of been like putting them out slowly. Well, actually, we did it all in one, like 5 days of just E3 goodness. So we're going to compile all the main stuff that's been announced in that period of time. Because as always, we do our E3 predictions, and guess what happens? Like the next day,
something comes up.
Yeah, one after each other. So Mike already gets a point. I'm going to get it could be a disputable point. Because it's not technically Nintendo, but Mike did predict that there would be some kind of reveal or Nintendo Direct style thing before E3 for Nintendo. And although it's not Nintendo technically, it's the Pokemon company, but it's obviously one of Nintendo's big, massive exclusives, and they actually own part of the Pokemon company. Anyway, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee got an announcement trailer. So Mike gets a point for this. I think he does get it. You could dispute it, but I think he does.
I mean, I've got to agree because we had an argument on last time we went over points. So I'll agree you can have the point for this one.
But yeah, so this was amazing because I just went to bed just like any other night. I woke up quite happy, quite content. And then I just turned on my iPad, went onto my emails, and just got this big thing from the Pokemon company like, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee revealed. I was like, what? And then I scrolled down and it said Pokemon game downloadable today. I was like, what? So I clicked on it and it was just like read some of the information. We've done a reaction video of it, so check that out. Although it doesn't have the footage in the background, as in the video footage of the trailer, because the Pokemon company were determined for us to not show the trailer to promote the game. But that's whatever. But you can go on there to see what our reaction to that was. But Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee, what did you think? Like, just sum it up.
It just looked amazing.
It did, didn't it?
It literally nearly brought me to tears.
I think I did shed a few tears. I did.
I was just like, this is probably the best thing that Nintendo could do right now. Literally. And the worst thing is, we know what they're doing, but we all want it to happen.
Yeah. So I actually, it's embarrassing, but like when I saw some of the screenshots before, or like when I first woke up and saw it, I nearly cried. I actually there's a few tears in my eyes, and I was in front of my wife, so that was embarrassing.
Yeah.
But if you haven't seen any of this yet, like I said, check out our reaction video. We go into more depth about what we thought of it and the ins and outs of it. But also you can see the trailer, which I would put the link in the description of the trailer, but I don't want to promote their video anymore. I'm like,
no, because they just got a strike twice.
Yeah. So if you don't really know anything about it, basically it's kind of a remake of Pokemon Yellow, but they've kind of inputted Pokemon Go parts of it. So Pokemon Go is the mobile game. So you catch Pokemon now, you can be like, you do throwing motions with the Joy-Con, or you can get a Pokeball that actually lights up and stuff as well.
And it's got a Joy-Con inside the Pokeball. Did you know that? Literally. Do you know where
you put the Joy-Con in it?
No. So the ball has a little thing that you can rotate, like you do.
So it's like a controller,
joystick,
basically.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say, you won't have an actual Joy-Con in it, but you'll have those.
No, you'll have that little...
So that's going to be expensive, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's basically a Pokeball, and you can apparently play the whole game with this Pokeball, but you can throw it like that to catch the Pokemon. But then you can actually put a Pokemon inside it, which I don't fully understand why that happens or what it does. But they had a thing where they put it on the table and wiggled it, and then it made a Pikachu noise as if like the Pikachu's inside the Pokeball.
I think what's going to happen is that Eevee and Pikachu can go in the bar, and it'll like literally say Eevee, Pikachu. But any other, you'll just get the noise.
Okay.
Of that Pokemon.
That was one thing that I was really interested in, because they actually gave Eevee a voice, so it wasn't just the typical computers. Yeah. So I'm like thinking, have they actually put voice in for all the Pokemon? Because that would be so good. That's what I feel like Pokemon's been missing a lot. Like all you get is that weird computer noise for each different Pokemon. If they gave a voice to each one, that would be amazing.
Yeah, I think because it's the first 150, they might have done that.
Exactly, because if they tried to do it for like 700, is too much in it. Yeah. But yeah, I really hope that's the case.
And I love the fact that you can transfer your Pokemon from your Go on your phone to the game.
Well, what I actually noticed on that when I went through the trailer, we're so not going to hit half an hour on this video because we're just going to talk about this forever. But what I actually noticed on the trailer is it said something like, transfer Pokemon. This is where I started doing weird in-depth analysis of everything that's happening. But it said transfer Pokemon to Pokemon Plaza. And when they did it, it went into this kind of like little, it looked like a little field. And like the Pokemon were kind of like messing around in it. So because that was my thing that I was thinking about. I was like, surely they're not going to allow you to just, because if you've got the 150 already on Pokemon Go, you'd just be able to transfer them all over and you'd finish the Pokedex in 2 seconds, defeating the purpose of the game. So to me, I don't think it's going to be like
battles. That's the thing.
I think you might, that's possible, but I don't think that that's necessarily what's going to happen. I think it could be like a side thing where, I don't know, it does, you just mess around.
Don't lie to us now. We need the truth.
But like I was saying, if you think about it, it actually would ruin the game if you could just transfer every Pokemon in, wouldn't it? And it wouldn't make sense. So I don't know how that's going to work. But yeah, and some of the other cool things. This is the first time that Pokemon has co-op on it. So it showed a person shaking a Joy-Con, and then a second player dropped in. They were running around together. I thought that was really cool. And I saw somebody saying online, they were like, "Oh, it's not a real Pokemon game. It doesn't have online battles and stuff like that." We'll have to see about it. There was none of that was said anywhere, and I couldn't see it in any press releases or anything. So that's not true. But they have made a point that this Pokemon game is more aimed at casual players. It's not. This isn't. So at last E3 when they announced the next core Pokemon game was coming to Switch, that wasn't this game. So this is kind of a merge of Pokemon Yellow and Pokemon Go. And I'm actually, the thing is for me, I'm just happy they've remade Kanto, the first region. That's what I wanted. I hate all the other Pokemon. I just want the first 150.
I think they've done it right.
I want a full remaster, like graphics from the ground up of just that continent. I'm happy with that. And I think they've done that. I think they've just added in different ways to catch it. So another controversial thing was that you can't, it looks like you can't battle wild Pokemon to catch them. It looks like it's going to be like Pokemon Go where you just throw balls at it basically. And I'm not overly bothered about that as long as there's battling everywhere else and there's gyms and there's all that stuff and there's the Elite Four and all that
stuff.
The
question is though, if you're just throwing a Pokeball at the thing, will it use your Pokeballs from your Pokemon Go?
I don't think so.
But I don't know.
I don't think so. It'll have, to me, I think it'll just have like Pokemarks like it does in. It's like you got to remember, Pokemon Go is a free game. This is a full retail game.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think they're gonna have microtransactions.
I don't think they're gonna be that bad.
I think to them, like what they're thinking is like, it for the whole microtransaction free experience and like that, they're gonna go, look, here's Pokemon Go. You want all this other extra stuff? You can go to. I mean, you can go if you just want your core Pokemon experience. You've got Pokemon Let's Go. If you then you've got the option to go on your phone and there's in-app purchases all over the place on that. You can do that there. So I don't think it would make sense for them to put in-app purchases into a full retail game like that. I don't think they'll do that.
I don't know, but EA did it. Just saying.
Yeah, but this is Nintendo and they're a little bit more
respectful.
Yeah.
I think they're more respectful.
But you think about it, like they do one or the other. Like Mario Run on mobile was you pay once. You pay a big number, like 10 quid once, no in-app purchases, or it's like it's free, like Animal Crossing, and that's got in-app purchases. I think they would annoy so many people doing that. I don't think they'll do that.
No.
I don't think it would make sense.
Now that you've said it,
yeah,
doesn't make
I don't think it wouldn't make sense, no. So I don't think you got to worry about that.
Praise the Lord.
So
we don't want to be burnt again, people.
I went through the trailer. I went from despair to slight joy to just so happy. I'm trying to dampen my expectations a little bit because as it's gone on a little bit more about it being casual and stuff like that, I'm just like, just have to wait and see what that's like. So I just have to wait.
I'm so excited.
But I'm just, as long as it's got like I said, gym leaders and normal battling, which it does have normal battling because we've seen it, and that main storyline stuff, I'm happy with that. That's all I want. If they want to throw in motion controls to catch Pokemon stuff, I'm actually fine with that too. I think catching Pokemon through Pokemon Go is more fun than just pressing A to throw a ball and hoping that it hits. You know what I mean? At least it adds another layer to catching Pokemon, which I think is good. So I'm fine with that. The bit that I was worried about is that apparently leveling is changing. Like, so how you level up a Pokemon, traditionally you just battle more and your Pokemon would level up through the experience. Apparently that's not how they level up in this. So that has me worried.
Do you think it'll be like the Stardust?
I really hope not.
Because I hate that. I'd rather have it where you leveled up.
That's what I mean. So I'm not sure about that, and that's the bit. I was fine with everything, and when I read that, I was like, I don't know how I feel about that. It depends what it is. It might change it with something really good. You know what I mean? So maybe they're trying to get rid of that massive grind as like what it's like. Just like if you're like I've been playing. Quite a few months ago now. I was playing through the original Pokemon games on the 3DS, and like you get to a Pokemon that's like level 80, and it's such a slog to level up that Pokemon after that because it just takes forever. So I don't know. Maybe they're looking at it different. I don't know.
We'll see.
But
I'm just so
it's
excited.
the potential's there, and that Pokeball thing was so cool.
Oh no, that's going on pre-order once it comes up. My question is though, for that, if you had to choose between two, you can't buy both, Tim.
I'm buying both.
No, you can't buy both. But let's just say for the moment you can't buy both.
I have both Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
I don't care about that. I don't know why you've got that.
Neither do I.
But if you had to choose between the two, you didn't have a choice.
Pikachu.
You couldn't have Pikachu.
Do you want another reason?
Why?
Because what happens? So depending on which one you choose, I don't know if there's different Pokemon each. I would imagine there probably will be. You know, like they usually do. Like you can only get so much. So Pikachu. If you get the Pikachu one, Pikachu basically sits on your shoulder.
So does
as you run around. Eevee sits on your head.
Oh
and
no!
I was watching it and I was just like, that's gonna annoy me. Like it's just the way it's sat there and it's run around and I'm just like, I don't know why. It's a weird thing, but it just annoys me.
I want to get Eevee now. I was going to get Eevee.
But yeah, I don't know. You'll have to see it in the trailer. You can see it. Because the first sort of 10 seconds of actual in-game footage is of the Pikachu one. And then it swaps over to the Eevee one. You can see Eevee on the head. So you might watch and you're not bothered. But for me, I just have weird OCD things about these kind of things. Yeah. And I was just like, oh,
I'll have to look
I
at
can't.
That again.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't think I could deal. So I'm going to get both, but I'll play the Pikachu one first. 100%.
And I'll borrow Eevee, and then we'll swap.
You'll borrow Eevee?
Yeah, I'll borrow the Eevee one. Because you're getting two.
Get your own one. Get your own one, you scumbag. Get your own. But I hope that like trading and stuff happens the same way. Because if we pick out, mind you won't pick out from your starters, will you? You won't pick from the starting three. You just get Pikachu, or you'll just get your Eevee.
That's a bit sad, but these things just got to live.
Oh, and the other thing is that your Pokemon, like if you have Pikachu or Eevee following you, they can't evolve. Like they won't. A lot of those ones will stay as them Pikachu. As well. So to me as well, like I'm not bothered about Pikachu evolving into Raichu, or I can just get Pikachu anywhere. But like with Eevee, are you just gonna be able to catch Eevees in the wild? Because that's never really happened either. Usually it's like you get one Eevee in the game and you choose which one you evolve into.
Oh no, I want them all.
I don't know. That's the thing. There's things like that might change, but with Eevee, I don't think I'm not that excited about having an Eevee following me around the whole time. So I don't know. To me, I just want Pikachu on my shoulder. Like I don't want anything on my head. That's the weirdest way to decide, but that for me is just how it is. You have to watch the footage and decide stuff. But anyway, since that announcement, Nintendo shares have skyrocketed.
Oh, definitely.
And it's been the same for the Pokemon company as well. And you know what? Like this is I've not really seen this in it for a console in a long time. But like just looking at like Facebook comments on all the different posts that have gone out and everything, like there are so many people literally just like one after each other going like, I'm getting a Switch for this, I'm getting a Switch for this, or like, can you buy me a Switch for this? Can you get this for my birthday? Oh my word, we all need to get Switches for this. Like this is gonna like skyrocket. It's just skyrocket Switches, you know what I mean? It is. Yeah. It is.
They clearly knew what they were doing.
Yeah, but it's so smart as well because they've got all those people who are playing Pokemon Go, even if some of them like casual gamers but are really into that game, all of them are looking at this game going, I want it. Even if they've never owned a Nintendo console before. And then people who've got the Switch, like us now, we've just been playing Pokemon Go all day.
That's all we've done.
Yeah.
And, all we've done.
You know what I mean? And I'm well back into that now. So you know what I mean? It's so smart how they've managed to merge the two. Definitely. Without doing it. And it's a big deal for them as well because Niantic from my understanding, is an American company as well.
Yeah.
So they've actually gone, all your ideas are amazing. We're putting that in our game. And they're even calling it Let's Go Pokemon. You know what I mean? Like it's linked. So there you go. Very interesting. So in the same announcement pretty much then, straight after that, there was the announcement that Pokemon Quest was announced for the Nintendo Switch, which we alluded to before. So that was such a beautiful moment where it's like really excited about this new game and then just like, oh, by the way, there's a Pokemon game on your Switch right now. And it's free.
I just felt that this was like the right time to buy a Switch. Just before.
On the day?
I'm not lying, we literally ordered it on the Sunday like literally 2 a.m. on the Sunday. And then the Monday it got dispatched. When Tuesday we had it. Wednesday I literally opened it and this news came up. And we were just like, I'm just like, oh my goodness. God really was. God went, this was the right time to get it.
And so it was perfect because it got people straight into playing it. It's what that, isn't it? When you just see something, you want to be playing it now, but you can't. You got to wait. But they gave you something just to fill it out for now.
They're like, play this instead.
So I've played it a fair bit since yesterday. We're going to put that in the reviews. So if you want to see the review of that, just wait till that section. But it's kind of, to be honest with you, it is like it's basically a mobile game really that's been ported to Switch, but it's come to Switch first. And I'm pretty sure. Well, I heard somebody say it. I've not seen it actually confirmed anywhere, but I've heard people say that apparently it's coming to mobile phones and stuff later on in the year.
Okay.
So I would actually imagine probably around the time the games are released, it will come out on phones as well. Or just like, I'd probably say like a month before, I reckon, just to get people excited. But then to be honest with you, they'll want people to move on to Pokemon Go by that time. So that's where I would expect.
Just imagine when we go away.
Yeah.
In November, we're just going to be sat there and Switches. We're just going to be like, nope, we don't want to go and sit outside. We're happy here.
Yeah, it's cool. Okay, number 3. So even more Pokemon news. So obviously people are like, is this the core Pokemon? Is this the one we've all been waiting for? So then the director came out, or the head of the Pokemon company, and basically said, this isn't the core Pokemon game that they alluded to at E3, which is kind of crazy that they said that and no one knew there was this other Pokemon game coming out. But they basically said next year, like end of next year, there's going to be a new core Pokemon game. So this will be the next one along from Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. So that will be, your more traditional type of Pokemon thing.
For you people that want to be traditional.
I think they will have elements of this in it. But it won't be. I don't think it's going to have like heavy Pokemon Go functionality and stuff. They'll want that to stay there. But yeah, I think that's just awesome that we've got. Essentially we've got 5 Pokemon games in 2 years. Technically, if you count the 2 different versions as one. So yeah, that's kind of cool. So that's lots of Pokemon news if you're a Pokemon fan. At number 4, Fallout 76 got announced. It was more a teaser trailer than anything. It showed absolutely nothing. It just showed a guy basically in a bunker with the number 76 on his back. And we're like, what's that? I'm really confused. I don't get why is it not an Elder Scrolls game? Why is that not the next thing we're going on to? To me, this isn't a whole new massive Fallout game, so it doesn't make sense. Like we had Fallout 4, 2 years ago or something? Was it less than that? I mean, more than that, sorry. I don't remember. But the Elder Scrolls is clearly next, so I don't know. We'll have to wait for E3 for that one. Number 5, Black Ops 4 got the announcement, obviously, after we just done the E3 predictions. They showed off that it didn't have any campaign, which was heavily rumoured for a long time. We predicted that would happen too. And they announced the Battle Royale mode called Blackout, and it literally made me laugh. I might try and slot it into this if I can. Where the guy just went, "This is Blackout!" And then all the lights went off and he went, "Do do 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 do." And then the lights just came back up and he was just like still stood there, and I was like, what the heck was that? What the heck was that? But they literally didn't show anything. They said that the map is apparently 1,500 times bigger than Nuketown, which Nuketown is 2 houses, so it better have be. And it said they have vehicles and stuff like that. It should be interesting, but blatantly they were panicking. It's just obvious that the rumor was that they were making a campaign, but they ran out of time. So that, to me, they've clearly done that and gone, oh, we need to just fill it with stuff. So they put 2 extra zombies maps in. That apparently that's a massive deal. And then they've got this battle royale mode, and I'm like, that's clearly just been thrown together. So I am not excited for that game whatsoever.
I will not be pitched in that.
I just felt mugged off, to be honest. That's just I just felt like they were just trying everything to be like, don't worry, it's the same amount of content. I'm like, no, it's not. 2 maps, 2 new zombie maps, and a battle royale map does not constitute an entire campaign. Nope. No, it doesn't. Nope. No, it doesn't. So there you go. So that was Black Ops 4. Hopefully, maybe they'll be able to change my mind at E3. Maybe they'll show off the blackout mode, and it'll be the most incredible thing ever.
I don't think it will.
I don't think it will either. But
we've got to be positive on these things.
Yeah. So then number 6, of course, Battlefield needed to show off their new game, and it was called Battlefield 5. and it takes place in World War II. I have no idea why they called it. I think that's a terrible move to call it that, because they had Battlefield 1 because it was World War 1.
Yeah.
And then both Battlefield 3 and 4 were all modern day shooters. So why is Battlefield 5 now World War 2?
What happened to number 2?
I don't know what. Oh, Battlefield 2 was like Battlefield 2 Bad Company and stuff, which again was just modern day, I'm pretty sure. So I'm like, to me, I don't know why they didn't just make Battlefield 5 a modern day shooter, or just, if they wanted to do this, which I don't have a problem with, if they wanted a World War 2 shooter, call it something else. Battlefield
maybe
World War
like...
Oh, they wouldn't call it Battlefield World War 2 because that's what Call of Duty basically call themselves.
Yeah, maybe like they just go from Call of Duty and just like... They've gone for 4, we'll go for 5. And then we'll use...
But I think that is actually...
their World War 2.
That's actually a genius move, really, in their part, because it seems like they're further along, doesn't it, to the average person. But still, I just think it doesn't match the game, which I'm very confused about. But there you go. So they did a bit of a trailer, and they show I think they said they're going to show multiplayer. It'll be playable and stuff at E3, so we'll be able to see what the multiplayer is like. But it looked like graphically really nice looking game and stuff. But apparently one of the people in the game had a robotic arm, so I don't get how that works with World War II.
Robots coming back.
All we'll find out. And then finally, number 7. This is actually way older news, but we didn't get to cover it because a lot of our E3 predictions centered around this. But Days Gone officially got delayed till at least late 2019. And it was funny because I think I predicted it would come end of this year. You predicted it would come start of next year, and then Mike predicted it would be summer
next
year, and it's coming out at the end of next year. So
Mike gets another point
apart from that
because he was the closest.
Yeah, no, it's not about being closest; it's about being right. And he was wrong. So, but
sorry, Mike did try to help you, but clearly
they showed off in the first hour of the game. And it looked okay. I was actually quite excited about that game. And then I watched the first hour and I was like, nah.
I just wasn't excited altogether.
So, yeah, I don't know. I think it's got potential. I just think it needed to come out this year.
It just reminded me of a copy of The Last of Us.
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me.
Well, that's the thing to me. It can't come out after The Last of Us. If it does,
it's going to
bomb because people are going to just be like, because it's already very similar to it. And I just think after people have played that, this, like, straight up right now, it's not going to be as good as Last of Us 2. It's just not. So if they bring out a similar type game in between, I mean, after Last of Us 2, like, it's going to bomb. That is going to bomb.
It's going to bomb.
I mean, I don't think it's going to... I mean, I think it will actually sell quite well anyway, because PlayStation exclusives at the moment are, like, selling through the roof. But I mean, in terms of, like, critically, I think it's going to struggle. It's going to struggle because, like, how can it not be compared? So there you go.
Can't compare anything to Last of Us.
We will see. We'll see. So that is our news. We are already on over half an hour, so we've already failed our 30-minute challenge. We're just too excited for Pokemon. But we will finish in 40 minutes. 40 minutes.
10 minutes, okay.
We're going to do 10 minutes. Alright, so we're going to move on to our next section, which is What Is Out This Week?
Woo.
Can someone tell me what's out this week? Hey-oh.
Welcome back. It's time for What Is Out This Week. And you know what? Like, there's not much coming out this week. So I'm just going to highlight one thing. I'm going to move straight on.
Go on.
And that is, if you have a Nintendo Switch, which Jodie does, starting tomorrow to I think it's till Sunday, you can play the Mario Tennis online beta. And if you do that, you actually get an exclusive Mario costume for playing the beta. So if you get the game, you'll have that.
Mate.
You'll have that. So that's pretty cool.
George could get a new costume this weekend.
Yeah, so make sure you're playing that. It looks really cool. I'm actually really excited for that. I'm a really big fan of the old tennis games on the like Game Boy and stuff, and they had like great RPG elements and actually had storylines and stuff. Yeah. And this is going to have more of that, so I'm excited for that. So it's going to be really cool. Too. So you'll be able to play, from my understanding, you'll be able to play online matches against people, and you'll also be able to play against the computer as well, if you don't want to play online.
We can play that as well.
There you go, we certainly can. All right, so that is what's out this week. We're going to move on to our next section, which is reviews of the week.
Oh, it's time to get funky. The reviews of the week.
Welcome back. It's time for our section 5, which is reviews of the week, and we have one review for you today. I could do more, but I'm going to hit 40 minutes. So I guess there's Donkey Kong. Like that's the one I'm just like. If you want a good side scroller and you like Donkey Kong, it's great. Go for it. If you burn out on side scrollers like me, don't. It's just gonna burn you out even more. Cool. But the actual one we're gonna review today is Pokemon Quest. I've played it quite a bit. You've played it a fair bit. That's fair to say.
Fair to say, yeah.
Cool. So, Pokemon Quest, it got announced, as we said before, it got announced alongside Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee. So this is kind of a mobile game that's on Switch first. So what kind of happens is it's all very blocky, a little bit Minecrafty in the sense of what it looks like, its aesthetics. And basically what you do is you have a little camp where you can have all your Pokemon, they all play out and over time. And you basically go on quests. So you go into a quest, and basically your up to three Pokemon will run off by themselves. You don't touch it. That's one thing I don't like. I want to control. I don't know why I can't just move it around. That was a mistake in my opinion. Yep. But they basically just run off, and they find Pokemon, and they automatically start attacking it. And they have 2 other attacks that you can choose to fire off at any point, and they're on cooldowns as well. So once you use it, you got to wait a few seconds for it to recharge. But basically, you just tap on which attack you want that Pokemon to do.
It's like a tablet game, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and you can see it's built for mobile.
Definitely.
100%. But you can use the controls. So obviously, if you want to play this on the big screen, you can, because it's the Switch and it's awesome. You can then take it off and play in handheld mode. 100% play it with touchscreen controls. It's a bit unresponsive, is what I would say if you're using the controls. But if you're playing on the TV, you don't really have a choice. But my problem is you're just not that involved. That's my issue. They kind of just run off, and you just kind of watch. Like, especially in the first few levels, you just sit there and watch it happen. You know what I mean? But as I'm onto like the sort of third area, but you actually can go to a few different ones at that point. And you do actually have to be a bit more strategic. Like, I actually nearly died once, but I was like very strategic because I had a sick Lapras. So you've got to be a bit more strategic, and it does get better. It's one of those games, like, the start is just so easy, it's pointless, but like once you get on, it gets better.
Just gotta bear with it, guys.
Yeah, so you don't. What's weird is as well, you don't catch Pokemon on this. So you fight and whatever, and your Pokemon level up. It's very RPG like. But then you go back to your camp, and you have cooking pots. I don't know who came up with this idea, but it's weird. But basically, as you're fighting and stuff, you get ingredients, and if you like, you get badges that can power up your Pokemon. And if you don't want them anymore, you can bin them, and it gives you ingredients for that too. And basically, you cook a dish in the pot. So you put the food in, and it's like play 2 rounds, and it'll be finished.
Okay.
So then you basically click on it, and the pot opens up, and then a Pokemon comes in. So every time you cook something, a new Pokemon arrives, and it's basically it's random, but based on what kind of a dish you made. So if you make like a really red dish, it's likely to be a fire Pokemon, for example. So things like that.
Fair enough.
So that's a bit weird. I thought that was a bit weird. But basically, you have your little campsite, and missed opportunity in my opinion, because like you get decorations and stuff, but you can only put them in very specific locations, and you can't even place that many. And the area's not that big, so yeah, there's kind of not much going on there. But this is a free game anyway. There are some in-app purchases, you can buy. I definitely recommend if you're just gonna have a go and never play it again, obviously don't pay into it. If you're gonna play it a little bit, I'd recommend at least getting the cheapest pack, because it gets you an extra cooking pot. So you can cook more, so you get more Pokemon quicker. It also gives you like extra lives, so you can do more, because it's on like a very mobile type game where it's like you can only do so many quests, and then you have to wait for it to recharge, whereas it gives you extra lives. And also it gives you a free Pokemon that has special ability too. So it's worth it. I did buy one. Bought 2. I think I bought all 3, to be honest. But yeah, it's more fun the more you get on it, but I'm not gonna lie, it's not that great. But to me, just being in Pokemon crazy mode right now, I'm enjoying it. That's what I would say. What about you, Jodie? How are you finding it?
I think, yeah, I'm finding it good, but I mean, as you said, it's more for mobile. It looks very Minecrafty, to be honest with you.
But there's no Minecraft.
No, there's no Minecraft, but because it's just very blocky. But I mean, at the moment, I'm just finding it a bit boring, because I'm literally just sitting there going, oh, my Charmander can take out all these, and I don't need to touch it.
Yeah.
And I literally watch my Charmander run around, and I've not even got to my camp yet, because I'm literally like, don't know where my camp is. I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm just running around hoping for the best and making sure that the Charmander doesn't die. So that's where I'm up to at the moment with mine. But as you said, it'll build the further you get into it. So we just gotta pursue, guys. Pursue through those.
I think
problems.
that's the thing. Nostalgia right now, in terms of just being excited about Pokemon, I think will push you through that boring first few parts.
Definitely.
I just don't understand why. I don't know if they're just trying to distinct themselves a lot from it, but Pokemon Rumble, it wasn't the best game in the world, but it's basically very similar in that you had really small versions of your Pokemon. There was actually toy Pokemon in that, but basically you control where it was running. It was very much top down, very similar, and you would run down, but you would just press A to do an attack. But it wasn't complicated or anything, but at least it made you feel involved. And that's it. I just wish that you just use the controller to just literally decide where your Pokemon was going. If it had that, it'd be 10 times better. It would.
Definitely.
So, it's completely free, so there's no reason to not have a go of it. I'd just say give it at least an hour. Give it at least an hour and then decide if you can't be bothered anymore.
I gave it 20 minutes.
Yes, because once I got going and I was bringing in more Pokemon and the levels were getting more difficult, I started to enjoy it a lot more. So give it a chance. But overall score for me, it's an easy 4 out of 10. It's not amazing. It's never going to be amazing.
I think I'll join you on that 4.
So 4 out of 10, and then morality-wise, it's a 10 in it.
Yeah, there's nothing bad about it.
Nothing bad at all. So it hits the spot for now with the Pokemon thing, but you got Pokemon Go as well on your mobile, though.
Yeah.
So there you go. So that is reviews of the week, and we're going to move into our final section, which is topic of the week.
Topic of the week.
Welcome back. It's time for our final section, which is topic of the week. And in the spirit of Pokemon and Pokemon Go and all these wonderful social games that bring people together, we're going to talk a little quick conversation about social gaming. So what kind of social gaming is good? What kind of social gaming is bad? So I had a beautiful example. When Pokemon Go first came out, I've never seen a game do it before, where it just literally you're in the street, everyone's playing it, and it's like, somebody put a law down on the on like a Pokestop, and just loads of people would just gravitate towards it, and it's like you'd meet new people, like me, Jodie, Mike, and my wife as well. We used to we were just going out all the time, walking around together, going to random parks. Like, how often would you just grab your mates and walk around a park? Like, that's
you just don't.
But yeah, it was just really nice. And I remember my wife, who's not that into games, like she has games that she really likes, but she's not like into it like I am. But I remember we were just out one day, and she just turned to me and went, "There's nothing bad about this game." As in, like, it's just so good how just like, it's just dead nice. It's dead, like, there's nothing bad inside the game, but then on top of that, like, it's not distracting you from people, you're all enjoying it. Because that's the thing, like, you'd all be like, I remember we were in the park once and we were all looking for Pikachu because there was a rumoured Pikachu in the area because we didn't have one that. And we were just like, everyone was together, working together, trying to find it, and we were all looking at our screens, but we were talking to each other, and it was great. And the Pikachu came up and we lost our minds.
Everyone. I remember the time when we went to the zoo. Went to the zoo, and literally, like, everyone was like, "This such," and you just see a crowd of people go to this one place. Yeah. I was like, it's just amazing. Like, as you said, I've never seen another game do that.
Yeah. So that was an example for me of a really positive social thing. What I'm thinking of is, like, that can be negative is like when people they just stay in the room and they don't talk to anybody outside of, like, on Call of Duty or something, which is the your typical thing. I think, like, Minecraft can be a really good social experience because you're working together and whatever. Yeah. But I just mean, like, when you're never interacting with real people ever in your life, or you're just only talking to people online who you barely know, and it's like you've known them for 2 seconds. That's where I'm like, I don't think that's a great thing. And if that's all, I'm not saying that's bad to do. I'm just saying that if that's all you ever do, it's like I think that's a negative thing that you're doing for yourself. So. That's kind of what I'm talking about. What do you think?
Yeah, I think I agree. Like, things like Pokemon, because everyone wants you to get the Pokemon. Yeah. And because there's that fear of it running off. I remember we went to the park and we were looking for a Pikachu, and literally, I think mine ran off, and then he popped back up, and you lot got yours, and we're all just stood there going, come on, you can do it, we can do it.
We all stood around your screen, weren't we?
And we're all just stood there looking at this screen, and I'm like, please, Lord, just let it go. And then I got like the worst Pikachu in the world. But we still got one. It didn't matter. We still got one. And like, you can train it, so it wasn't that bad. Well, I can boost it.
Yeah.
So, but, I mean, like, that's like good experience, of course. And I think another one that's a good experience is like, actually Fortnite when you're playing with your mates.
Yeah.
Because you've got to talk to each other. You got to be like, right, where are you? Can you see anyone? Are you ready? Are we ready to like jump on this on these people? And you've got to talk to each other. And, like you've got to have that communication that you really need. But then on the other hand, you can be playing with strangers where they're trying to talk to you and they speak a completely different language, and you're like, mate, I don't have a clue what you're talking about. But
or they're just abusive if you do something they don't like.
Yeah, I've had that before now. I mean, but I think with some games, it can just come across where it just starts to become toxic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I've never seen it with Pokemon Go. Never seen that toxicness, never. But I've seen a bit with Fortnite, and I've even what did I play once? I think it was Call of Duty. I played, and The Division as well. That's just as bad. Someone had me on that. I was just like, and they just shot me in the back, and I was like, I was on your team, and he's just like, well, you weren't doing your job properly.
So it seems to be more like games where you have to work together, isn't it, rather than against each other. And that's like I said, it's not bad to do that. It's just that like actually you'll see that there's some games like our Pokemon Go experience. It actually weirdly brought us together in like really good ways. And I think Nintendo. I know I love Nintendo, and I'm slightly biased towards them because they're the best. But like Nintendo are generally really good at making games where you were together actually in the physical place together.
Definitely.
Like the Nintendo's the Wii U was an atrocious failure but I've had so many good times with friends where we played Nintendo Land and played like the Luigi game and that and things like that. It's just been like 4 of us or 5 of us just sat there, just having a laugh and having a good time and not being like ultra competitive. You know what I mean? And it's just been like really good. So I think things like that tend to be really good. But then Pokemon can be like what we've just been saying in terms of like, you can actually just, if you play a core Pokemon game, it's a lot for some people. Like I don't play it online or anything, and it can just become about you with your little DS like this. Just ignoring the world. Yeah,
because they were encouraging you to like, what was it? As you were walking around, you could use your DS to like see Pokemon or whatever. I can't remember how they did it, but you can like meet friends and stuff, and you get points and stuff. I can't remember how it worked, but I watched it once. I was like, actually, that's quite a good idea. And then when like Pokemon Go came out, I could see like how it worked. And then now with this one coming out, I'm like, this is going to be a massive thing for the community, and it's just going to bring people more and more together.
Yeah, so I think for us, we're kind of like saying, if you're the type of gamer like me, who's just very much a solo gamer, and you just like to play games single player on your own, I just like have a try, just getting some people round, some friends, or going around somebody else's house, and just like trying local co-op games. That's what I would say. Just try that, or like multiplayer games that are local. Like, there's not that many of them out these days, but try it, because honestly, you have such a laugh and have such a good time.
Even like LAN parties.
Yeah.
Like, bring back the LAN parties.
Yeah, 100%. Give it a go. You'll be surprised how much enjoyment you get out of it. Definitely. So there you go. So this has been our Late Night Game Show episode 21. We hit it well over the time limit we wanted, but that's all right. We had a good time. We did. So I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure that you subscribe if you liked what this video was all about. Give us a thumbs up. If you absolutely hate us, you can give us a thumbs down. We won't be offended. Also, make sure you hit that bell button, and it will let you know
ding, ding.
when every new video comes up. So make sure you check out all of our E3 predictions. Check out our 20th episode celebration. See what's going on. There'll be a video up soon, or it might already be up now, with all of our E3 plans. We're going to be trying out some really cool new stuff, so check that video out as well, so you can see all the coverage you're going to be getting from CGNgames over E3. So thanks for joining us, and we will see you very, very soon.